I'm here in our brand new Drive Tribe exhibition. It's amazing to think about how this room has transformed from a room full of minis, even with one hanging from the ceiling, to this space that it is today. Now, it's a room all about Drive Tribe. You can clearly see how much work has been put into making sure that every small little part of this room really works together and makes the most of the space. Now we get to talk to some of the key people that were involved in making this happen. Luca, the curator of the museum, who oversaw the whole project and allowed it to become what it is today. And she worked closely with Vicky, the head of design at the museum, who has transformed this room from the mini room that it was all the way into this beautiful Drive Tribe exhibition. So what made you take on a project like this for the museum?
So it all came out of the Drive Tribe event last year, and where we realised that the Drive Tribe followers and our visitors both have shared passions and values about being a zero judgment petrol head and being able to just celebrate passion for cars and these type of vehicles. It was a really, really great opportunity that Drive Tribe then lent us these vehicles, and we could produce an exhibition out of that for the next 2 years to have a more permanent space for Drive Tribe.
Can you talk a bit about how the process began and how this happened?
At the very start of the process, we knew that the cars might move and might swap out at short notice. So when we were doing the concept and the original and initial designs and research, we needed to look at the big themes as well as the individual vehicles. And what you'll see here is that we've got bigger themes on the walls in our interpretation, and then we talk a bit more about the vehicles in their interpretation boards. So it started off with that kind of initial concept design, concept interpretation plan, and then from there I handed it over to Vicky, and she visualised all of the research and all of our conversations with Drive Tribe and the important things that they wanted to tell as well. We then spent quite a lot of time working out how many cars we could fit in the space, making sure we could have it so we've got kind of, although it's a fairly small room, we've got individual areas that people can step aside, read some of the interpretation, see an individual car and really appreciate it. And then, yeah, the install.
How do you think this exhibition fits into the museum and the changes that are currently happening here?
So the museum's currently on the journey to redevelop all of our permanent exhibition spaces. We're keeping the collection at the centre of that and at the core of that, but we're adding in social stories, the stories about people who made the cars, people who drove the cars and gave the cars those values and that value and why they're in here. And I think this is a really good example of that the value in these cars is in the presenters, in the people and the stories that we tell in the exhibition.
What was your starting point and what made you come up with this idea as a design? How has it turned into this amazing room?
So starting point is Drive Tribe as a whole, their style guide, the cars. I mean, you look at some of, they're such lovely bright colours, these specific cars anyway. And also, starting point is this room. So this room being so tall has meant that we could really use the space. The other thing that really helped with the process is exactly how many cars we're going to fit in here. Because actually, once we knew where the cars were going to sit, that then meant that I could design around them and their positionings.
To get as many cars in here as possible.
Exactly.
What was the most exciting thing about designing this exhibition?
It was really nice being able to work with Drive Tribe, because actually any other exhibition that I would do in the museum, we'd be working sort of in-house to create it. So it's quite lovely seeing and using an external brand, which meant that this area in particular, you walk into it can look totally different to the museum, because I've used their fonts, their colours, everything like that. So it was lovely to totally change it up and make a totally different room in here. We couldn't talk about the sense of place and time for each car, being that the cars are going to move in and out. So it was different, and actually that was exciting and also surprising. Well done.
What is your favourite car in the exhibition? Which one would you vote for and why would that be?
I would vote for the Buick Riviera. It's just so huge and so ridiculous, and that supercharger is mental. And it's just a really, really cool car to look at.
We hope you enjoyed learning a bit more about what went into the making of our new Drive Tribe exhibition. This exhibition is open now, So be sure to come along to the Haynes Motor Museum in Somerset to check it out for yourself.